Hello, co-creators and humans. Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a little bit of a different video. It can be a timeless video. And we're going to talk about how you can use your magnetism to get what you want. Today we're talking about the Boop effect. How you can use your dark feminine energy to attract and get what you want.
Yeah. Baby girl, you are the definition of a muse. You own things other women fail to attribute. And those things always find a way to contribute through the little gesture that you do. I think it's kinda cute. How you humble when you always sitting pretty. I tell the homies that I'm happy when you with me.
Today, we're tapping into some timeless energy, something rooted in the original dark feminine icons of the 1920s and 50s. Women like Baby Esther Jones, Eartha Kitt, Josephine Baker, women who left a blueprint for softness, seduction, and silent power. This is what we're going to call the Boop Effect. If y'all hear voices in the background, it's just my kids. We're in a very small space right now, but that's not going to stop me from getting these messages out to you, okay? So today's video is going to be about the Boop Effect, that magnetism, the art of being irresistible without even trying, getting what you want without even having to ask. Soft but dangerous, silent but lethal. This is the art of being unforgettable. Let's get into it. Between the 1920s and the 1950s, these women embodied the blueprint for soft, silent, seductive power. They didn't chase, they didn't force, they didn't over-explain. They simply allowed their presence to command their power. They played with contradiction, cute and dangerous, soft but confident. Let's call this that vintage dark femme energy. In today's society, the poop effect may be a little bit of a feminine contradiction, but that's okay. We like to keep them on their toes. In today's society, the boop effect would be a little bit of a contradiction. It's cute, but mysterious. It's a soft voice with sharp boundaries, playful energy, but with deep self-control. This is how women back then didn't chase or convince. They simply were. And the world recognized itself around their presence. The original dark feminine blueprint was women who knew they were luxury long before the world knew they existed. Women like Baby Esther Jones, Josephine Baker, Eartha Kitt, and Dorothy Dandridge knew they were women in a world that wanted to keep them small, but they required more, they expected more, and thus they got more. Because these women embodied what I call the poop effect, they mastered the art of receiving without begging, commanding without forcing, and attracting everything because you know you deserve everything. So the Boop effect isn't about being easy or undemanding or even over demanding. It's about being deliciously, perfectly high maintenance in a feminine receiving way. It's a blend of softness and standards, sensuality and boundaries, playfulness and power. This is the energy where your needs are not a burden. They are an invitation to your experience to experience you correctly. So, being high maintenance is more about the psychology, the mentality, the mind shift, the mindset. High maintenance woman or being a high maintenance woman isn't about being a lot. She is a lifestyle, an experience, a standard. Her magnetism comes with emotional regulation, selective access, beautiful routines, elevated expectations, high quality presence, and high quality boundaries. People gravitate towards her naturally because she makes space for her to feel intentional, sensual, and elegant, but never too chaotic. This energy is about blending your feminine softness with your magnetism and how to blend those to get what you want. This softness is a standard. This is where dark feminine meets high maintenance energy. You don't demand things loudly, you expect things quietly. You aren't chasing after validation or recognition or even reassurance. You're holding your position. You don't over explain yourself or over explain your worth. You simply embody it and you show up as it. You are not unpredictable from instability. You are unpredictable because you refuse to stay basic. So if you guys aren't aware, let's get a little bit into her story about baby Esther Jones. from the 1920s, the true inspiration for Betty Boop, the Boop effect. Why she matters? Baby Esther Jones, or known as Esther Jones, was a young black jazz singer and dancer who performed at the Cotton Club. She was famous for her high-pitched baby vocals, scat singing, flirty eyebrows, round eyes, and playful childlike persona. When Helen Kane, a white singer, saw Baby Esther act, she copied her attire and personality, performance, and style, and thus later Betty Boop was created. Women like Eartha Kitt and Dorothy Dandridge from the 1950s embodied that dark feminine seduction and elegant pinup energy. Eartha Kitt from the 1950s was known for embodying that dark, mysterious, dangerous glamour that we're talking about. Women like Josephine Baker from the 1920s and 30s were known for her original flirtation. Her Harlem Renaissance energy was very exaggerated with the baby curls, her playful sensuality, her burlesque performances, and her boundary breaking freedom. Also, women like Lena Horne from the 1930s to the 1950s was a beautiful velvet soft siren known for her silky voice, classy glamour, soft but confident demeanor. So we're talking about these women and the Boop effect because her story is our truth. Betty Boop's character was mimicked and marketed as a white girl with flipper hair, right? But her style, her voice, her cute persona, and her character phrases were taken from black women in jazz culture, especially Baby Esther, the source, Josephine Baker, the curls and the movement, and the Harlem Renaissance, that black femme aesthetic. These women were sensual without apology, playful but powerful, mysterious, bold, and glamorous, and very much ahead of their time. Exactly the energy we're here to tap into. Now, let me redefine high maintenance and this dark femme energy. It is simply about you keeping to yourself and keeping yourself well, holding yourself to an excellence and a standard, requiring intention. You're not tolerating low quality connection. You value your time, your energy, and your presence. You're not being difficult. You're precious, a precious little gem. There's a difference. All right. So remember, loves, being high maintenance, this dark femme energy, the Boop effect, is powerful when it is rooted in softness and self awareness and standards. You're not asking for too much. You're not here for the unprepared. This Boop effect is about feminine luxury, a presence that demands elevation, a beauty that commands generosity, and a standard that requires devotion. And you, yes, you, are the experience. All right, y'all, we made it to the video. There's so much going on here in the background. I hope that y'all can hear. All right, so my ears started ringing pretty loud there. I hope this message resonates with you, who it finds who it needs to. Like, share, comment, and subscribe if you're ready to step deeper into this dark feminine energy and embody your self-worth, your elevation, and that irresistible magnetism. Set the standard. This is how you receive what you want. And remember, this magnetism is always going to come with gratitude, appreciation. You know how to be humble about it. Be confident and stand in your power. That's all, co-creators. Until next time.